Hey guys, welcome back on the channel. Today's video is going to give you a full tutorial of Gecko Terminal, how you can use the platform in order to search for the best liquidity pools out there, because as you can see on screen, this is a tracker tool for decentralized exchanges. If you have watched my videos on the best liquidity pools for beginners, you know what I did there, and if you haven't, I will link those in the description so you can check it out. But basically what I did on that video is that I went on every single DEX on multiple blockchains and I showed you the best liquidity pools out there. What Gecko Terminal allows it to do is that I wouldn't need to go on every single DEX. It would have sourced me the information overall in here. And as you can see on screen, this tracker is built by the team behind CoinGecko. So it allows you also to monitor crypto prices, volume, transactions, liquidity, and more. I think it's a tremendous tool. That's why this video is here, to show you how you can make the most out of Gecko Terminal. Especially if you're a beginner, start operating with it. This will help you a lot when you're searching for the most profitable liquidity pools out there, okay? So we will be going through on this video on the main menu here on the left. You see there's going to be 4 main dashboards: chain rankings, DEX rankings, new pools and categories. We're going to go through each of those. And then when we source a pool, when you go specifically into a pool, I will also give you a breakdown of what you're looking on screen, what information is it giving you. So we're gonna get all of those things covered, okay? If you enjoy this type of content, like and subscribe. As you may know, we are on a mission here on the channel to cover all of these tools, crypto protocols, DeFi protocols, and make it available for you, even as a complete beginner, to understand how to operate with them and start getting those juicy yield farms, generating you some passive income. Now, when you land on Gecko's Terminal's main page, you will see how many transactions have been performed for the past 24 hours, how much that represents in volume, and overall how much that has changed compared to yesterday. It will show you today's categories, new pools, top gainers. You can start browsing through these and see which are overall pumping in the crypto scene, because right now we're not looking at any filters. It's giving you the raw data from all chains they cover and all DEXs. So if you keep scrolling down, you'll have the pools that you can from here on start refining your search. You'll have a filter here that you can apply to any specific detail to your liking. For example, if you want to filter some things out for, let's say you want to take some meme coin, the smaller pools out of the way, you can come here and just insert 1 million. And if you do that, it will filter all the liquidity pools showing that have at least 1 million in liquidity deposited. You can also go with the max liquidity, full diluted value, minimum and max, volume that has been performing. You can also insert the pool age, usually older pools. There are some pools actually with blue chip tokens that have been performing for over 2 years. So that's huge. Those pools are definitely not gonna rug you, and they will showcase how much the community has trust, because they have been operating for so long, and highly likely their TVLs will be multi-million dollars TVLs. Also, you can sort here by trending for the past 6 hours, 1 hour, or as I like to put it by volume, because if you want to generate money, that is coming from fees, and fees come from volume. So you got to put yourself in the way where money is flowing in order for you can net some of that profit for yourself. And then there's some very handy checks here. For example, this is especially useful if you're playing with meme coins or higher risk pools, because it will allow you to check for no honeypot. So whatever security assessment that Gecko Terminal has, and we'll see more on that later, it will allow you to filter out the ones that have been identified to be possible honeypots. Also GT score, so the score of Gecko Terminal, of security score, to be at least 75. It will only show you pools that have scored that or above, listed on CoinGecko, and the ones that have updated socials. So you can filter in through these checks yourself, see which ones you are willing to put on in order to get a best results after applying your filter. And from there on, you just click save, you wait for it to upload the dashboard, and you will see what it will show you. And there you go, you just see that now the first ranking pool is wrapped Ethereum with USD on base chain. You see the little icon here on the top right corner of the pools icon. That's the chain in which the liquidity pool is operating. Okay, so this is overall how you can set filters and from there on refine your research, and you can start to do that right away, of course, like I showed you, but there are other features that Gecko Terminal offers you. So overall, let's take a look at those right now. There's going to be the search bar here. In that you can just look at your past recent searches. You can see mine here. You can even delete those. You can see trending searches because a lot of people are looking for those, and you can even insert by name, a network, a DEX, a token, or you can copy from somewhere else, for example from CoinGecko, a specific token address and paste it here, and it will source you out all the information on it. Okay, so I looked for blockchain, so I looked for BNB. It's showing me the results for the chain. There's only one chain, right? One BNB chain. It's showing overall how many pools there are in it, how many transactions for the past 24 hours, and how much volume all these pools and all these transactions have been generating. It already gives you an overview of the blockchain, and then you have specific pools that have the specific BNB token. When you break down those pools, it already gives you a highline here of the metrics. So you're going to have it here. So it's on the BNB chain. The specific DEX, it's PancakeSwap v3. So it's the concentrated liquidity pools for PancakeSwap. And then there's the price for the first token of the pair. This is a stable coin, so the price is roughly very much around $1. And the volume for the past 24 hours, you see 27 million in volume and a liquidity of almost $50 million. Also, you will see how old a pool is, and this is quite old. This is over 1 year and 4 months old. And then you also have a preview of the token and the pool addresses. If you want to know more, you just select a pool here on the list, and let's go, for example, with this one. It's a derivative of Bitcoin paired with Wrap BNB. So let's go on it and get more information on this specific pool. At this point, you are at the deepest level here on Gecko Terminal, because right now we are at the base level. So there's going to be higher filters, which are chains and the DEXs. And then when you select the pool, you get this dashboard. We'll break it down more deeply later on in the video, but this will give you a ton of information. Right now, I just want to give you the highline and how you can select pools and search for those. So we're gonna go back on that. Now we just took a look at the search bar, right? You have an idea how you can work with that. On the left though, you have a menu. In this menu, you can do a ton of things. You can select their dashboards, and there's 4 main ones, but highly likely you'll be heavily using the first 2, chain rankings or DEX rankings. Then you'll have new pools or source by categories, but from chain rankings and DEX rankings you can find all the information about any liquidity pool. You can also keep scrolling down and find the network, the specific blockchain you want to look out for. If you do that, it will filter everything out. So let's go here with StarkNet, and if I go here, it will filter everything out other than DEXs or pools on the StarkNet blockchain. And as you can see on screen up here, it's showing all DEXs. This is already a filter, all right? So you can go with any of the other 4 or 5 DEXs that they have here. Now it's showing you all the pools that they have across all these DEXs, okay? Again, you can sort the things out here by the filter that we mentioned already in the beginning of the video. And you can also sort things out here by other parameters such as volume. You can load this up to be the one showing firsthand the ones that have the higher volume. So right now you see the pair that has been generating the most volume and highly likely the highest fees. It's wrapped stake Ethereum paired with Ethereum. On this dashboard, it will give you overall a view of the price, the fees, transactions for the past 24 hours, how the price has been fluctuating for the past minute, hour, 6 hours, or 24 hours. And then you will also have the volume that we mentioned already alongside the liquidity, so how deep the pool is, and the full diluted value. And if you want to, for example, go for pools with higher liquidity, you can also source that here. So the deepest liquidity one is a stablecoin pool here, USDT paired with USDC. And if you want to source things out for a specific DEX, you want to go, like, say, let's go on Stark DeFi. Right now, I just click it, I wait for it to load, and it's going to show me just pools from that specific DEX. And here we are. Again, it's still applying the liquidity filter that we saw before, that I applied before actually. So I'm going to go again with volume. Let's show up here which ones have been generating the highest volume, and it's showing you right now it's Ethereum paired with USDC. Overall, this is not a blockchain that has been experiencing all that much volume. I'm just giving you how you can filter and use the tools to do so here on Gecko Terminal, okay? So this is already how everything works. And again, refer here to the house icon. So house is the beginning, and then we filtered by StarkNet, and now we're looking at Stark DeFi. And you also have the same icons here under filters, so you can see that we filtered by chains. It has the icon of Stark DEX and then the icon also of the specific DEX we're looking at, okay? So these are how you can use also the menu here on the left. If we go by chain rankings, it's going to give you overall highline information of the performance for all the blockchains for the past 24 hours. And it's ranking right now. I've sorted this by TVL, but we can go with volume. Let's see where is the highest volume going through. So from top down, we'll have Ethereum generating the most volume, then Solana, BNB, Base, and so on. You can keep scrolling down and have more information on other chains. And from here on, let's say you see that Ethereum has been generating the most volume, you can click it. And if you do so, it will showcase now, again, all the Ethereum pools from all DEXs, you see. And if you want to filter from any other DEX at any point, you can by selecting them up here. Or in the case of Ethereum or other blockchains that are more popular, you have the button here for more, because they have so many DEXs that they don't fit. So they will only show you the most popular ones, or the ones that have more volume of users and of transactions, okay? But there's more DEXs here. You can access them with the more button, all right? And then you'll also have overall a view of today's categories for this chain, the newest pools. So these are the pools that are most recently created. And then on the right, the top gainers for the past 24 hours. So you can see the pools that have been performing the best due to also price appreciation of the assets in them, okay? So this is chain rankings, right? Let's jump into the other dashboard, DEX rankings, which is pretty much the same thing, but instead of chains, they're looking at DEXs, the ones that have been generating. Again, you see that it did save my last filter, which is I just filtered this down from top to bottom, the ones showing you the highest volume first. So when it comes to that, we see that Uniswap v3, this DEX on Ethereum, has this amount of transactions, over 91,000, TVL of almost $3 billion. So Uniswap is huge, especially on Ethereum, a total pool and also total tokens being traded on this specific DEX. So remember, this is giving you an overall of Uniswap v3. If you want to go deeper, you got to select it. But for example, let's go with Orca, just for not always being selecting the first one. Let's go with Orca. It goes the same way. Let's click it, and now it's filtering, as you can see, all the pools on Solana that are featured on Orca DEX. At any point in time, I could select any of the other here on the top, like I mentioned before. But if you scroll down, now you have access to all the pools being available on Orca. At any point in time, you can apply more filters, and from there on, refine your search. It would be a good idea to do that here on Solana, because they are very heavy on meme coin action, and if you're looking for more reliable pools with blue chip assets, you would be better off if you would apply the filters here that we mentioned before. You should increase the amount of liquidity, start with $1 million, for example, and also take notice here of the checks. I would check for a honeypot, GT score, and list it on CoinGecko at least. Alright guys, now that you know how you can use the main features here on Gecko Terminal, I'm just going to show you step by step how you can find any pool if you already know which pool you're looking for. And from the main dashboard of that specific tool, we're going to break down all the information that it will give us. So for that, I'm going to look for Bitcoin. So let's go with this one, recent search, Bitcoin derivative. paired with wrap BNB, and it's going to show us this specific pool on BNB chain. Alright, so now we are at the deepest level of Gecko Terminal, which is when it's just focusing on one single pool and giving you all the information about it. So let's start here on the left, and then we'll go on the right side of the screen, because on the left we'll get already plenty of information. So it's showing us which chain, which DEX, and now we are looking at this specific pair, BTCB, which is Binance Bitcoin. So if you want to hold Bitcoin on Binance Smart Chain, you're gonna have to hold BTCB. Now there will be two icons here. So one is price alert. If you click it, you are able to create a price alert if the price goes above or below a specific target. The target, you determine it down here. When you can implement it by price or by market cap. And let's say if I wanted to add an alert for when Bitcoin reaches $60,000, I would just have to put that 60,000, and there we go. The market cap also updates automatically, and then I'll just have to create an alert. They will prompt you that you will have to enable notifications, and just like that you would create a price alert. Also, you can add it to a list if you click the star icon. As you can see, I have already 3 lists created. If I want to create a new one, I could just by clicking here add to new watch list, but in this case I already have Bitcoin pools, so I'm gonna click that and I will add this specific pair to my Bitcoin pools watch list. So at any point in time I can come here, I will have my Bitcoin pools, and if I click it, it will show me all the pools that I already added to this specific watch list. So this is a very convenient way for you to track pools and have them on display whenever you want and compare them with one another. Different chains, different DEXs, doesn't matter. You can add it to the list, okay? So let me go back. All right, now let's keep going. So in this case, if I want to swap this particular pair of assets, I could click this button, and if I would so, it would direct me straight to PancakeSwap, which is the DEX that has this specific pool. Also, if there would be links for websites, Discord, Telegram, or X accounts, they would be highlighted here. In this case, there's none, so I cannot use that. This is very useful, for example, when you're looking at a coin that you are trying to understand what it is, and you can just straight away go to their website or to their socials. Also see their following on X and see if there's a legit or not. Very useful, especially if you're looking at a coin that you don't know much about. Then you'll have the price fluctuation, and have in mind that this price change only matters when it comes to the first token. So this is 2 volatile assets pool, but these will only measure the performance of the first token on the pair, okay? So have that in mind. Then you can also check here the volume, how many buys, how many sells and transactions have been happening for the past 24 hours, or you have different time metrics. You can go all the way down to 5 minutes. So these time metrics can give you a lot of information and idea of how the pool is specifically performing, if the hype is amping up or going down. It's very useful also for that. Also, you'll have holders here, how many people are holding this token, how much liquidity there is on the pool, how much the volume was for the past 24 hours, and how old the pool is. So this is a very old one. 1 year in DeFi is a lot, and a lot of things can happen, and it shows that there is community trust because the liquidity is very deep, the age is a lot, and also the market cap. So this also gives you a good understanding of see if the pool is risky or not. So there's also here other 2 features from D.fi scanner and Go Plus scanner. These are third-party scanners that anyone can use, and Gecko Terminal just makes you an automated assessment of the security of any pool by applying these specific tools to it. So they do take the pool's address and they do run it through these other third-party scanners in order to find some issues with the contract to see if the pool is risky or not. If there are things that should be brought to your attention, they will show you this exclamation icon. It doesn't mean that the pool has something sketchy. It's more like, I wouldn't call it a red flag, but it's just pointing to something out that you should take attention to, okay? In this case, since the GT score is so high, and I mean it's a legit pool on PancakeSwap, I wouldn't be too much worried about this. But if you're looking at riskier assets, you definitely should not essentially overlook that this is pointing you to something out, okay? Now let's keep scrolling down. There's the how much pooled BTCB is on the pool, how much RepBNB is pooled here, both in numerical value of the token and in market value in US dollars. Then very useful, the pool contract address. You can copy it here, and if you do that, you can go elsewhere and paste it. For example, if you know from another scanner that you want to use and run this pool to see if it's safe there, you can do that. You can also copy the contract addresses for BTCB or RepBNB or any other tokens on any given pool, and then you'll have a link directly to CoinGecko, the token on CoinGecko. Very, very handy if you want to look for other information out there, other type of information. Then you'll have the MetaMask icon. So if there's some token that you don't have the contract on your MetaMask and therefore it's not showing you how many tokens you have, you can click it. Then you go on MetaMask, you accept that token to be added to your list, and just like that, with a click, it will start from there on displaying you how many tokens you have in your wallet. Then you'll have also the link for the block explorer on Binance Smart Chain. In this case, other networks will have other block explorers, but we'll always have the link here. In this case, they also have an icon here to direct you to token view. If you want to use token view to have a better idea of the pool or of the tokens, you can also use that. And very important, the pool fee. So this pool fee assesses for how much, let me go back here, how much people are being charged when they do a trade. So this volume, they generated 8 million in volume. This volume will be taxed at this pool at 0.05%, and the part of that will be going to pay liquidity providers. So you can already have an idea of how profitable a pool is by just looking at this pool fee. Then you have other options here. They don't really refer to the pool, so let's keep scrolling down. Now the GT score analysis is more broken down here, overall score assessment. You see that the pool is scoring the list of all of the things that they do evaluate when considering the pool, and then you'll have the Go Plus token security assessment here. You can expand it and see in more detail what's happening. You see the exclamation icon here, it's because of Mintable, and you can go through and see what is going on with other exclamation icons. And the same is true also for DeFi Scanner. In this case, it's showing 3, so you can expand it, and from here on, you can see which are the aspects that they are highlighting for you to just take some time and look at it to see if there's something that you might not agree that is happening, okay? Then you have here the converter for the 2 tokens on the pool, and that's it for the left side of the screen. Let's go back up, and I'm gonna break down what's happening on the right side. Now let's start with the chart. You can assess information here with different time metrics. You can also go full screen here or take a snapshot, but overall the chart shows you how the price has been evolving, right? And here you have all the transactions. Right now you see there's a bit of a sell pressure ongoing. You see the time, you see the type, so buy or sell, price in BNB, price in USD, BTCB, also the value of the transaction, and the wallet. If you want to see it on Block Explorer, you can click here on this icon and it will direct you to another tab showing you transaction details on the Block Explorer. You can also apply filters, and the filters will apply to any of these aspects. So for example, if you want to filter a specific wallet, you can do that. You can paste here the wallet, you can apply the filter, and it will show you only transactions of that wallet. The same thing goes for value. If you click here, you can select different types of values of transactions, and it will take everything else out of the way. So let's go with whale transactions which are equal or above to $10,000. So now it's only showcasing transactions of this amount equal or above $10,000. Also, you can go here with the filter for BNB. You can also sort by the type. So if you want to see just buys or just sells, you can also do that. So you see right now I filtered, so only sells are showing here. And this is how you can apply filters to just help you identify the type of information you want to find. Then if you keep scrolling down, there's going to be token info on both tokens of the pair. In this case, they are reliable tokens, but this is particularly useful if you're looking at meme coins. It's going to give you an idea of the meme coin, the description on their website, and sometimes you will also find here the link for their website so you can go there and learn more about it. And then there will be other pools trading, in this case BTCB. Again, the token, the first on the pair, this is what they will refer to. So they won't show you pools also trading BNB. They will only show you pools that are having BTCB, the first token on the pair. So it can be showing anything that has it paired with the stablecoin, as it is the first case, or another blue chip asset, as it is here with Ethereum. It's showing you also on front of that the percentage of the fees that this pool charges, the specific DEX which is offering this pool, and also the metrics of liquidity and volume. So you can already have an idea from all of these main metrics here of how profitable the pool is right now. So this one specifically, the volume is very much close to 2x the liquidity, and the fee range is very decent. So this would be a very good option to provide liquidity. And you will also have the others here. You can have the same high line of information displayed to you. So just from looking at this very briefly, I can tell that the first one showing is probably the one which is performing the best. So if I want to know more about it, I click it and it will open up the same dashboard that we're looking at, but specifically focusing on this specific pair. Okay, now let's go keep scrolling down, and there will be sort of an FAQs here. You might have some questions in mind and you might have the answers on these FAQs. So overall, this is the dashboard when you are looking at a specific liquidity pool on Gecko Terminal. I'm considering to do a video showcasing how you can find the pool here on Gecko Terminal, and from there on move to the specific DEX and start providing liquidity step by step. If that's something that interests you, let me know in the comments. Another reason for you to like and subscribe. Okay guys, so this is the overall breakdown of Gecko Terminal. We can go here also on the menu and search for new pools, categories, but I believe you already have a very solid understanding of how the platform works. If there's any questions, let me know in the comments. Also, let me know if this video helped you. This is Gecko Terminal for you. Even as a complete beginner, now you know how to operate with it. I believe it's a tremendous tool to have on your tool belt when you are out there in the crazy world of DeFi. And that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.